Okay, so this goal is not working as intended. It's supposed to be 10, like a daily goal, not like a universal goal. I have to turn it off because it broke. Oh, that's funny. Yep, that's not working as intended. Our daily sub goal is not working. So chat, I've made a little currency this week. This is the most currency I've ever made. I'm not kidding. Over 1,000 hours played in PoE. I'm still a little nooblet trying to learn how to play. You know, I keep looking at leveling strategies. I keep looking at speedrunning the campaign, like racing the campaign. I keep looking at ways to go faster, and I'm learning, but I know the meta is cheap to get started, and we're playing a goofy way of it, because I should have these and these on a piece of gear. Instead, I don't, and I set up for... what do I do with it? The old stuff? Well, I got one of the pieces here. I've got everything else on the back end here. Doing inspiration, crit, and forge, engineering. We're getting these leveled up. And we're doing blanks. So, that way we can put them on a piece of gear. I need 4 green. So, I'm going to need a lot more chromatic orbs. Let's see, what does trade suggest? Oh, I need awaken and all that open. Oops. Oopsie day, oopsie. Let's see, what's it say? Oh, I don't have that on either. I don't have Path of Building open either. Fuck! I forgot things. Open Path of Building as well. Hope you guys are alright with the music. We're learning though. I hope I'm coming through pretty good. Alright, try this again. Alright, so Chaos, stack of 20 for 3.5, whereas in Divine, 1 Divine, you get roughly 900. I think through 900 fusings, or 36 3 green rolls, I can get it. Could take more, I don't know. Also, I was working on stuff to build. I didn't get anything I wanted, so... Matter of fact, these were 85s and I still didn't get them. Is SHITTY macro. So shit. Oh shit. And I need 4 red, a green, and a blue if I can get away with it. On the body, the best place for it. And that'll be a like enhanced frenzy, barrage, running projectiles, volatility, and increased crit damage supports. We do have them at Corrupts, which I'm fine. Sadly, I don't have like double Corrupts where they're 21. So, get to a point of costing a bit much. We did sell, we sold a, where is it? Sold a tainted oil for 1 divine. Sold a gold as well. Haven't done these. But let's look at fragments for this leveling strat. Or scarabs for the leveling strat. He's marked out what looks like it's silver and gold. While he's talking about Conan. Scarab of Haunted Traders. This one. Incursion Scarab of Invasion. Incursion. And this guy, Scarab of Monstrous Inch. That's what that looks like. Yep. That's the last one. Influencing Scarab of Horde. Bam, right there's the 4.
Although I think, again, these are one that maybe have seen a bit of a price increase. So I mainly compared just running like pure domination scarabs and then like 2 domination scarabs, 1 teachings, and 100 traders. Those were the main things I compared, and I didn't see a substantial difference in XP gain. It was around the same. It was like a little above or below 200 million XP per hour in the 99 to 100 range. So I didn't really feel like there was a big difference between them. So that means, you know, if you're wanting to save a little money, makes sense to run 2 domination scarabs and 100 traders. One other thing I want to point out here, just so to like head off any questions, the domination scarab of abnormality adds 1 shrine, and it adds either a resonating shrine or a gloom shrine. Now, resonating shrine just basically gives you random charges. It's sort of like Ralakash's Impatience, but as a shrine. Gloom Shrine is basically the occultist ascendancy as a shrine. It gives you explosions on death, and it does add a shrine, so potentially you could run this instead of one of your domination scarabs, and that might be cheaper for you as well. I'm pretty sure that these are like 1 chaos in bulk, whereas the domination scarabs are quite a bit more. So that is an option as well. You do lose 1 shrine, but then you potentially gain a gloom shrine that can actually speed up your clear and maybe make you kill more monsters more quickly. Now, one thing I will say is these teaching scarabs have actually gotten kind of expensive. They were basically 1 chaos in bulk before I started doing this strategy, like several days before, and I had this epiphany, like, oh, you know what, I should do this and get to level 100. It just kind of occurred to me that this is something to look into, see how much XP I could get, and then I was kind of blown away by it. But by the time I decided I wanted to actually buy some of these bad boys, they were up to like 9 scarabs per divine, so, you know, they're actually fairly common. I got a lot of them while doing this strategy, so I think that farming them and selling them could be a legitimate money-making strategy, like a really, really good one.
That's a scarab I ain't got. Probably right here. It's golden red. So yeah. Interesting. What is a domination scarab of teachings cost now? Makes me curious. The fragment. Um, gold and red, right? Uh, one scarab is 10C. Upwards of 15C. Really? And we get one? Maybe two? Um, why?
But it did mean that there was like somewhat of a currency cost. All flame members, as you can see here, my necropolis locker is almost completely past, and even still, just
Okay, it's gonna be necropolis stuff. Oh, well, almost the same. What is this? It's beyond. You running beyond too? He's running some things that I don't. Oh my god, no way. Additional shrine effects? If I went pure leveling versus pure MF, that'd be interesting. Maybe I take this completely out. Maybe I take all of this completely out. Make the adjustments where needed and then do it. I'm straight up over here when I need to be over here. Well, I guess I come down both sides. But I could take these three out one time down, around. Yeah, you know what? Yeah. I'm gonna take this stuff out. I'm gonna make this. Because it's relatively close to what I already have. This over here. Corpses in your maps have 25% increased chance to have modifier to your crafting up. More necropolis stuff. Like, it's all necropolis. That's fun. Love you too, baby. So came straight up. Oh, that's more than a prop too. No less. All right. Because it's the shrine effects. That's what it is. It's the shrine effects. Shrine. Both these. Okay. They run beyond for the benefit. So wait. See what over this one? I want to say it's this one. Implicit modifiers.
Hi, little bee. It's apple.
Mods. Down, around. All right, we're going to refund that middle. It's 9, so there's that. Got them both.
Money. Cut off.
Oh, gee. Go, we don't have that whole side at all. Frick. to here. Hold out. We'll grab that and just. Basic currency item, non-favored map. Okay. Here is one. Bosses. Yes. Get that. Is it for look before I clock that in. Go reaction.
That I didn't care for, like you know, some of the Rog and Gwynn guys. I'm not picking those up. I'm not picking up Sulfite Embers. I don't care about that. A lot of very low value Embers that I've been just kind of walking past, and even still, just completely overflowing with them. I also obviously took all of the Shrine nodes, every single one, including the small passives that just increase like your Shrine duration or Shrine effect. Now, the effect won't increase the amount of XP you gain, but it does increase the effect of the Shrines, and the Shrines are pretty strong, and they really do help with clear speed and tankiness, and that is important for not dying. So you want all of the Shrine nodes. You don't have to take Covetous Shrines. You could not take that. Like, that does make it a little bit more increased damage taken on you, a little bit more scary, but, you know, also a bit more rewarding. As you'll see here, we've taken the whole top hat. We're taking as much increased map mod effect as we can afford. We can't get this little 2-point arm here. And the reason for that is that increasing map mod effect does make maps more dangerous. Like, you really do need to be careful with the mods you're rolling on your maps. Like, you don't want to have minus max strats. You don't want to have reduced effect of non-curse auras. Those are very bad. But it does increase the pack size on the maps, which means more guys to kill, which means more XP. So you really do want that. It is a bit of a risk and reward. You know, there's a gamble in juicing up the maps with as many guys and kind of dangerous guys so that they'll give you more XP. But then also you have to not die. So in addition to the Shrine stuff, in addition to all the extra map effect, I just took Scarabs because I like Scarabs. I also wanted to farm up a bunch of corpses, and as you saw earlier, I farmed an absolutely ungodly amount of corpses. I did try to skew them toward modifier tier and meta crafting outcomes, and then just as many as I can. I actually think this point right here, an honest job, might actually be good. Getting just like constantly consuming corpses for life and mana every time you pick up a corpse. I actually think that could be really good for keeping you sustained. Basically, it's like an extra rejuve shrine. Didn't really think about that until just now. And then finally I thought, like, okay, what's another mechanic that I could put on here? So in the past, Metamorph, before it was removed, was a great source of extra experience. It added a ton of experience if you took all the points for it, but that is gone. Let's see what else. Beyond used to be, but that was removed in this patch. So that's kind of gone. I've always thought of Harbinger as a really good leveling mechanic. Blight is probably the best. It just stacks, like, literally it can stack 1,000+ monsters into a single area, and you can use towers to kill them. So that's a really, really good way to farm XP, but it is kind of slow and time consuming. And by the time you've gotten through the whole Blight, all of your shrine buffs will have fallen off. So that doesn't really work for this. And then the only things that are really left that actually give XP bonuses are this tiny little bonus from Ultimatum, which that's, you know, like, I don't know. Doing Ultimatum to increase your XP gain is, like, very counterintuitive. It's so counterintuitive, I can't even think of an analogy. So the only other thing that's left is Abyss, and I hate Abyss, so I didn't want to do it. I don't like Abyss. I did enough of it last league. I had no interest. So you could consider doing Abyss, but the point requirement to really get Abyss working is gargantuan, and I think that it totally offsets any sort of benefits that Abyss would provide. Another consideration was Delirium, just like taking Unending Nightmare and forcing Delirium mirrors so that you would have Delirium everywhere. I don't like Delirium. It's ugly and gray, and and it's very dangerous. So I thought that also seemed kind of counterintuitive. I do think you could use delirium, potentially level quite a bit faster, even than I already was, but you know, the risk for that reward is very high. So ultimately, I went with Beyond Demons. I'm not juicing them in any way. I'm not really doing anything to make them more.
Yeah, so he's going beyond. Sure. So if I pull this to the side and I look at mine, his came down this whole leg here. %4 increase merging radius, 4% chance for your maps to get beyond. Apply that. Level. Prop. So, let's see, if I refund these, I could probably put points into the Necropolis stuff. If I take it out, probably going to hurt leveling, but it would be 7 points that I can get back. Size. What does it cost for? I think.
How's the trail?
It's called stack of 40 for 60 chaos. Really? Yeah. So, go to the search. Go back to bulk items. Currency. What would that? Oh, would it be? No, not memories. What is that called anyway? Orb of Unmaking.
Got my eye on you.
You got my eye.
Hello.
So I only need a handful, right?
Greeting, Godslayer. Stay vigilant.
Very vigilant. Okay. Hmm.
rewarding other than taking this 1 point here. Here, my Necropolis locker is almost completely full. It's also not picking up a lot of embers that I did.
Oh my god, I just realized. Don't need this. Okay.
Didn't care for like soul fight build, just small passive you gain speed and tank. Take covetous taken on top hat with the arm here, like you want to have. Does you want that many got knocked? I just took scarabs because I like scarab. The amount of corpses, I did try to skew them toward modifier tier and meta crafting outcomes, and then just as many as I can. I actually think this point right here, an honest job, might actually be good.
So, that right. Three. Leave an additional. That's for farming. Damn.
And then finally I thought, like, okay, what's another mechanic that I could put on? Source of X is gone, so mechanic farming but increase the Shuin, and I think a mirror counterintuitive. I do think you could use delirium, potentially juicing them in any way. I'm not really doing anything to make them more. Mainly I'm just taking all of these 100%. So, you know, our maps are, I believe I used all of the untainted. Yeah, I'm pretty confident I used all of those, so I will just have to pull up the trade site here and kind of show those off. So if you look up all flame embers of untainted blank, there's all kinds of
Thank you.
different untainted monsters, and these are from the Untainted Paradise unique map that you can only get from Kirak missions that gives you up to 500% increased XP, and you can just buy these all flame embers of untainted insert monster type. All of them are basically the same. You can buy these from people. You want to make sure that you buy them at item level 83. That's crucial. You know, they're about 10 chaos, and that was probably the worst part of this whole mechanic. I bought all of these one at a time. If you combine this with the Necropolis League mechanic on your map device that increases either like monster pack size or increases the amount of XP that they gain, you will get huge multipliers on the already juicy XP that you're getting from shrines and from these untainted chimerals or maws or, again, whatever type of untainted monster. And that is really, really strong. Like, there were some maps where I got 3 to 5% of a level in that run from 99 to 100. My approach was to buy a ton of these All Flame Embers. I think I bought like literally 25 for the run from 99 to 100, and I did farm several more as well. And then I used those every single time I had a bonus to XP, pack size, or monster rarity from the Necropolis League mechanic. They were, like I said, here about 10 chaos a piece, not in bulk. They are substantially more expensive if you want to buy them in bulk, like maybe 40 chaos each. Buying them one at a time, it sucked. It was the worst part of this experience, but even so, really wasn't that bad. Also, just to reiterate, map rolling is super important. You want to make sure that you don't have bad map mods. Monsters have increased attack and cast and move speed. That one is basically just banned. It's insanely dangerous, especially with monsters being near shrines. If they're near like an echoing shrine, they're getting double hits on everything, or they're near a crit shrine, they're getting crits on everything on top of that, like 80% more attack speed. It's just very bad. There are a lot of other things that'll be kind of just more based on your build. You know, if you're a build that's reliant on leech, you can't run any no leech maps. If you're not capped on chaos res, you probably should be, but you definitely wouldn't want to run a map like this that has increased fizz as extra chaos and withered on hit, that kind of thing. Now, as for which map you should run, I played around with a few different maps. I played around with Dunes, I played around with Jungle Valley. Those both make sense. They are really good maps. I prefer Atoll because it shoves a bunch of shrines in your face right at the start. I will show that off in the demo. It'll be clear how good Atoll is, I think. You can immediately get 3 to 6 shrines in the first 30 seconds of the map, or, I mean, 15, which means 5 to 12 buffs, and that's like an extra 150 to 360% extra XP right from the start of the map. So in terms of what you actually do in the map, you know, you want to be careful with monsters around the shrines. They can be super deadly, especially before you have a bunch of buffs rolling. Now, part of the big positive of the fact that we're not using like any complicated league mechanics, we're taking domination and beyond, is we basically just kill everything in the map and then leave and do it again. It's really simple. It feels like Alk and Go. It's a lot more expensive than Alk and Go, but it's actually quite a lot more profitable than Alk and Go as well. So definitely some like real, just a very fun, enjoyable gameplay loop there. I would say I played pretty conservatively throughout the whole leveling process right until I was about at level 100, the point where I needed to play conservatively. Then I died several times, and that set me back by about 20 or 30 minutes. I would have gone from 99 to 100 in, I think, about 2 hours and 15 minutes if I had not died. 2 of those deaths were to me just being bad. I didn't realize that a map had minus max res on it, or that the boss was possessed until the boss killed me. He just one-shot me from full. That was my fault. I also got annihilated by a pack that was near an echoing shrine when the map had increased attack and cast speed. Also bad. The other 2 deaths were to good old American internet, and they both happened in the same map, which really stank because it set me back by an entire 12.5% XP due to the Omen of Amelioration triggering on the first one and not on the second one. And right, I had forgotten about that until I was dead a second time and sitting there looking at like 80% of the way left to go, when I was like, all right, I had 4 maps left, and now I have 8. Great. So if you die in a map, you might be better off abandoning it instead of continuing, because the second death will lose you a full 10% of your accrued XP. I was pulling about 2.5 to 3% XP per map in the run from 99 to 100, so each death with an Omen basically meant running 1 extra map. That's not too bad. That's only about 2 to 3 minutes. But that last death, the one that cost the full 10%, took an extra 4 maps to balance out, you know, about, with a little bit of setup time, about 10 to 15 minutes of time to compensate for. Pretty irritating. But all told, I did level from 99 to 100 in under 50 maps, even with several bad deaths. I think that's pretty good. All right, now I'm just going to run a map to show off how this goes.
And we're going to keep, we're going to look at this, and I'm going to try and do it right. I'm going to try. Oh. Probably refund this back and come this route.
How's the trail?
We want more corpses. That way I can sell them all. You know what I mean? I could just do like, where's dump number? Well, I could probably take all this out. Like my random stuff. Free level 85. Yeah, I can clean out these tabs and make them dump. Like coffin dump, all flame dump, stuff like that. Okay. Bye-bye. Got another one. Got that one. What?
Got it. How's it?
I will. Hey here. Ah.
A6. Thank you.
Oh, hey, you got salad. For the helper.
Iron Cross.
Coffee.
Or is none.
Yeah, there it is. Get all.
Oh. Wow. And that.
I didn't. I was looking down. Exactly what I'm looking for.
Tell them their step brother.
It is mean, but like, I'm doing that. Anyway, let's try this thing. He says to run a toll. So this can be interesting. Because, like he said, shrines are going to be in your face. Everything's going to be right there. Don't die. What are these omens? I forgot. I forgot to look up the omen. What was it? It is Omen of Amelioration. Okay. What is this omen worth? Oh, wait. Got one listed for 1. Take that in a heartbeat. Let's go, buddy. $39C. What the fuck? Bro. These are like 50C chaos. Good God. Alright, let's blight stuff. Minus 9% to all maximum resistances. Go. More negative, more damage for me on electric. So, what is one of these worth? 2, it's worth roughly 20 C. And 20 C. Oh, so toxic, dude. Love the community. Question I got is, map sustain sucks. Oh no. Let's just do, what is it? Or
Oh, it's you.
Long day.
Is that
Long
one
day.
that takes 5? All right. Can I not refund this? Wait, what? Why can I not refund this? Huh? What the fuck's going on? Guys, I don't know what's happening. That's legit like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 9 points. Don't know what's happening. I can't undo 9 points. Oh man. I don't want to use this again. Guys, I don't know what the fuck's happening at all. This is making no sense. Oh, I put him in the wrong one. Go figure. Oh. Okay. Eric. Got, brother. I like the named monsters.
One of our scouts noticed a very unusual item.
Let's go. It's all the stuff set. got a map. Let's go.
My mana is gone.
Which one am I on right now? I don't even know which tree I'm technically on. On my new tree? Probably not. But yeah, I don't know.